The Theory of Everything is a 2014 British biographical romantic drama film based on Jane Hawking's book, Traveling to Infinity, My Life with Stephen. It chronicles the journey of Stephen Hawking and his wife, Jane, as they pursue the study of time, despite doctors giving Stephen only 2 years to live. Together, they defied the odds, making groundbreaking advances in medicine and science, achieving much more than they had ever expected. Directed by James Marsh, with a screenplay by Anthony McCartan, the film stars Eddie Redmayne, Felicity Jones, Charlie Cox, Emily Watson, Simon McBurney, and David Thewlis, running for 123 minutes. The story begins in 1963, with Stephen Hawking as a physics student at Cambridge University who enjoys parties and jokes around with his friend Brian. When their professor, Sayama, assigns a complex homework, Stephen is the only one who solves it, writing the correct answer on the back of a train schedule. At a party, Stephen meets Jane, a literature student, and the two are instantly attracted to each other. They attend a dance together where Stephen overcomes his shyness and dances with Jane. However, one day, Stephen collapses in the college courtyard. Doctors diagnose him with a motor neuron disease that will destroy his muscles, giving him only 2 years to live. Stephen is devastated and distances himself from Brian and Jane. Jane, however, persists, inviting him to play croquet, where she realizes the extent of his physical deterioration. Despite his turmoil, Jane insists on marrying Stephen, even against her father's advice, fearing it would be too great a loss for her. Nevertheless, they marry and live happily, having 2 children. As Stephen earns his doctorate and becomes a popular lecturer, his condition rapidly deteriorates. He struggles to talk, walk, and eat, often choking. Caring for him becomes exhausting for Jane, but Stephen resists the idea of getting outside help. Jane's mother suggests she join the church choir, where she meets Jonathan, who becomes a family friend. Stephen's family disapproves of Jonathan helping Jane care for their children. Jonathan, who recently lost his wife, helps Jane care for Stephen and their children. When Jane has their 3rd child, Stephen's mother questions if the child is Jonathan's. Though Jane and Jonathan develop feelings for each other, they decide to part ways. However, Stephen convinces Jonathan to stay. On a trip to France, Stephen collapses again, this time coughing blood, leading to pneumonia and hospitalization. Surgery on his throat to save his life results in permanent loss of speech.